So we are here at the church of Senator Prince Johnson.
Thank you. My name is Jimmy. Do the introduction.
My name is Peter Sekachibo Blidi Jr., the National Vice Chair for Press and Propaganda, NPP Youth Council. I'm here with former Lord Jimmy Tobe. Jimmy Tobe is the Secretary General of the NPP Youth Council. We here because Senator Prince Johnson gave an open invite to be here. He invited the Vice President here today. If you go on his Facebook page, he invited the NPP here. We are here to watch over him politically. Owing to the fact that he said that you're going to use this day to vilify our political leader. And because of that, we've come, gallantly, we are NPP people, we don't fight war, bloody war, we fight intellectual war. And today, it's a historic day that we are here with gallant men and women for the Indomitable National Patriotic Party and the coalition alive.
Of the Christ Chapel of Faith of Senator Johnson and the evangelists, we are here having our Norman service activity here, and they have come to disrupt our activity. But what we can say is that the old man will preach. He will preach, and nothing will happen.
You, they are our Holy Ghost, or because we do that's what I'm buying. So I beg you, Madam Joa, you're my late sister. I call you my daughter. I'm 70. When you're not my match by age, start the thing you're doing here.
This enchanter will open. By the time they settle the differences, Eugene Falcon will start campaigning against you again. Huh? Water spoon and campaigning for you? Hey man, not water spoon and my own brother-in-law. Don't use them, man. Those people are not for you. When they celebrate for you, when you think for the celebrate, what can Grammy advise with the politician is when somebody is disenchanted what you want him to do. So far I settle my problem with the pricing. Then they become your enemy.
Hello and welcome to the Diaspora Talk, looking at issues in Liberia. Political tension is heating up, and you're hearing a cross-section of people there, Liberians. They are expressing their political feelings. Over the weekend, the start of this week, that is on Sunday, it was a scene of our action there at the Senator Church, Senator Prince Johnson. We witnessed some members of the National Patriotic Party, the NPP, who is also part of the who is also part of the Coalition for Democratic Change. They stormed Senator Evangelist, former warlord church, in demand of his outburst against Vice President Joe Howard Taylor, a staunch member of the NPP. We will also be looking at that issue that unfolded in Liberia on Sunday. The Diaspora Talk is here. My name is Nathan Charles. My colleague Cyrus McGee hopefully will be joining us. He's on his way here. Joanne Prowse, hopefully she will also be coming in. You know, nobody loves Monday. Monday is a lazy day. Liberia is all we have, and Liberia, we must protect the peace. And as we hit election, we are seeing political tension are now heating up across Liberia. This is not a good sign for our fragile peace in Liberia. We saw on Sunday what transpired on Sunday was completely a violation and a sign that, hey, our peace is at stake. And if our security apparatus, if our government do not do the just thing to ensure that everyone's rights are protected, we might or we will go into chaos. And this is not what we want. We want our country to be peaceful. All across Africa, we notice that during election time, it is critical. And we have over dozens of elections in Africa in this year alone. And the whole world is on edge, looking at what's going on. So let me bring you up to speed with the situation on Sunday. Dozens of partisans from the National Patriotic Party, they stormed the edifice of Senator Prince Johnson Church. According to them, we played the excerpt. It was an open invite. As you know, Senator Johnson was dining with the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, but he left from that coalition, thus turning his support away from President George Weah. Now things are going the other way around. The supporter of the CDC, that include other political parties, and the coalition for democratic change, they are not happy. We've been listening, we've been seeing reaction, but Sunday reaction was just one of the many comments that has been spread on social media, on the radio, and across Liberia. So, Vice President Joe Howard Taylor took aim at Senator Prince Johnson recently at the Capitol building when supporters, staffers of the Capitol building presented a statement. Also, too, Senator Johnson has been at local head with the ruling party, terming their decisions, terming their actions as bad for Liberia's democracy. So, heated war of wars continued to emerge. So on Sunday, we're hearing that hey, Senator Johnson is the senator of Nema County, and, and he was not happy with the way his service, he have his church there. His service was abruptly shut down. So some cities, some partisans from NPP went at that church edifice. I'm trying to get the church name. The church is called Christ Chapel of Faith, that is located in the LBS community. And they said it was an open invitation, but they went at Senator Prince Johnson Church in that rudely manner. You cannot go to church chanting, singing in that manner. When you go to somebody's house, if you go to somebody's church, you have to follow the procedure. You don't go and say, "This is how I want to enter your church." That's not a civilized way. When you go to a program, if you say somebody invite you, if you go to that program, you have to follow the procedure. You don't come to somebody's house in that manner. And it's a church. You should have common sense. It's a sanctuary. You should have a common sense when you are going to a church. Let's move the political thing from there. It's a sacred place. If you think you are going according to you, that you are going to because an open invitation, you are going and you need to be more responsible. But these are just a sign of protest. These are just signs of violence, pockets of violence that people use situation to increase violence across Liberia, and we don't want that. If you have some political differences with your colleague or with your opponent, there's a way to channel that, but to go in such a mind, and I know the international community, they are looking at that. And again, it's saddening that hey, the duty bearers who are head of these political parties, even President George Weah said when he came to the United Nations, he said political parties, I hold you accountable, including your stakeholders, to protect the fragile peace. But yet, this is the ruling party whose members are starting these things, coming up at people's place and in that kind of manner. So it was indeed tense, but we're happy that we have not received any reports that any casualty occurred. That's on Sunday, which was yesterday, at the church of Senator Prince Johnson. It's an open secret. Senator Johnson, he participated in the war. It's all on YouTube. He slain, he killed former Liberian President former Liberian President Samuel Doe. The video is there. According to him, when he spoke to journalists, he had apologized. People are calling for war and economic crime code to apprehend these people who participate in the war. But according to him, he had to liberate his people. That is on the argument. So the best thing is for the TIR, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, also suggested there were people who suggested during the Truth and Reconciliation hearing that there must be a war and economic crimes code. But that has been a big politics. It's been going here and there in Yana. So it is what it is, and our country is in that situation. However, we have awarded the warlords, those who are corrupt in our society. Our Liberian society is so, I don't understand. We award these people with power. And one thing I noticed is those who are in big hand corruption, or call it corruption 1 or corruption 2, who are at the hem of corruption, they are always in power. Look around, check all of the senators, check all of the representatives, see how many of them have been found guilty of corruption or have been mentioned in the corrupt syndicate, have been engaged in corruption. They are all there. We gave them power. Look, even in our society, our surroundings, those who are having stain of corruption, or bad governance. These are the people who are still movers and shakeups of our democracy. It's an open secret. So we Liberians, we are just quite a different people. But how can we change? Things are changing. We cannot continue to reward people who are corrupt, who are warlords, who continue to rain insults and suffering on our people with state power. Let's use the ballot box to unplug them from in our democracy. So that situation went on, and it was not good. But let's listen to the group. Why did they converge on the premises of Prince Johnson Church to on Sunday? What was the aim? And we're also listening to Senator Johnson's reaction. And we are still trying to find out what's the government stand. And so a few statements coming out from Vice President Joseph Boakai will also go into that. And what is going on from the CDC also came out with a statement too. We're going to go into that. But let's hopefully we'll be talking to a guest here on the program, a young Liberian who is making strive and in pursuing his education. We'll be speaking to him very shortly. Let's bring you what happened at that facility there of Senator Prince Johnson Church in Painesville, the LBS community.
So we are here at the church of Senator Prince Johnson.
Thank you. My name is Jimmy.
My name is Peter Sekachibo Blidi Jr., the National Vice Chair of Press and Propaganda, NPP Youth Council. I'm here with former Lord Jimmy Tobe. Jimmy Tobe is the Secretary General of the NPP Youth Council. We here because Senator Prince Johnson gave an open invite to be here. He invited the Vice President here today. If you go on his Facebook page, he invited the NPP here. We are here to watch over him politically. Owing to the fact that he said that you're going to use this day to vilify our political leader. And because of that, we've come, gallantly. We are NPP people. We don't fight a war, bloody war, we fight intellectual war. And today, it's a historic day that we are here with gallant men and women for the Domitable National Patriotic Party and the coalition alliance. So we are here to discuss issues related to have prompted us here. And what prompted us here today is because we've come to watch our Prince Johnson. And we've come to watch our Prince Johnson and also letting you know that the NPP is a radical political party. And why that he used a Facebook page to verify and castigate our political leader. We are here to call for war code. And because we know that he's a murderer, he's a coward. And all that, I'm here with Jimmy Tobe, who will continue for a while stop. But better we are here to let the Liberian people know that Prince Johnson is a killer, is a warlord as well. Thank you.
Thank you. The price, let me say thank you for you people being here today. My name is Jimmy Tobe. I'm the National Youth Secretary General for the MPP. We are here today to send a kafir, a warning to the false prophet, a murderer, who referred to himself as a prophet, to tell him that the MPP is not a party to joke with. You can recall that recently on his Facebook page, he said that he was going to denigrate our stellar brother, the National Patriotic Party, the Vice President Joanne Howard Taylor. So we are saying that why he always uses that baiting, calling a church, to always denigrate state leaders, the president, other honorable president in our republic. We are saying to him that the APP is the last one stop for him. And we will not leave for him. We will continue to visit Prince Johnson Church until he gets exempt from the attitude of insulting our leaders, insulting state leaders, insulting the president, using appropriate to denigrate the country as a whole.
So what we should do today as the message is being preached?
Why preaching? This is what the message. This is a warning to him. So Kafir, we will tell him that for the next 1 year, we will always be a hypocrite. We will always be here to tell him.
We are political Christians.
The church is political. This is not a church. It's a political hall.
No.
We're sitting in there. When he mentioned the name of our vice president, our stand-up brother, it was when we decided to react to him. So we're in the service. So this is our warning to Prince Johnson.
Indeed, you listen to some officials from the National Patriotic Party. They were giving their aim for that political upheaval there in the Painesville community, where Senator Johnson usually gather his people to worship God there at his church. But let's listen to a spokesperson from Senator Johnson camp doing the the campaign that was ongoing there, the political gathering of momentum that was ongoing at the church edifice. Kelvin Matadi spoke to journalists, followed by Prince Johnson.
So the primacy of the Christ Chapel of Faith of Senator Johnson and the evangelists, we are here having our Norman service activity here, and they have come to disrupt our activity. But what we can say is that the old man will preach. He will preach, and nothing will happen. You can see this is why we are saying this is a complete lawlessness. This is a complete lawlessness to come where we are having a normal service, and they have come to disrupt our activity. Yes, I posted on my page. I posted on my page calling the attention of the Liberia National Police to come because we see this as an affront. We see this as an affront.
You see there's some supporters or partisans of the National Patriotic Party who are also members of the Coalition for Democratic Change there at Senator Prince Johnson edifice there, disturbing his regular worship service. We think that's not good for our democracy. We need to be more civilized. If you feel somebody is insulting or denigrating your political leader, you cannot disturb the church. Hey, common sense. And I hope we understand that Vice President Joe Hawatida is about to speak to that situation there. KMTV is carrying that press conference live. So if you can also join our other broadcast, Vice President Joe Hawatida is about to speak on that rude behavior there conducted by some partisans of the NPP. We don't know what she's about to say as to whether she's going to support it or denounce or rebuke it. We are still following that press conference, and hopefully we'll give you some highlights on what she said. But let's take a listen to Senator Prince Johnson, his reaction, how he felt about the situation there. And he warned Vice President Joe Hawatida not to go into a conflict with him.
She as a vice president cannot even go to America. She has been denied visa many times. You can't go to America. You're talking somebody indicted, convicted, 60 years sentence. You're proud taking your name. But I was supporting you. They are Holy Ghost. Or because I was doing that's what I'm buying, man. So I beg you, Madam Joa, you're my late sister. I call you my daughter. I'm 70. When you're not my match by age. Start the thing you're doing here. We got people too who can react. But we say reaction to nobody. Don't react. But next Sunday, now that I know the attack, every time I go, you will see the play will be packed. Come, do what you want to do. They will drive you there and trunk you away. It will happen. As long as I will not go into anybody's house. You come to my church, in my premises that I pay for to disturb, will tell you no trespass, kick you out. But if we are done it today, it will result to conflict. So we beg you, we surrender to peace. Madam Joao Taylor, I surrender to you. Are you violent? I don't want violence. Mr. President, all the trouble in the country, you keep mute. You don't talk nothing. Please speak. God bless all of you. I will write the U.S. Embassy, and when I start writing the embassies, it means we'll prepare for you to tell you no. Not for war, but to resist attack on us. Because we cannot say that you can't kill us. To resist attack. You think I can call 1,000 people get and kill Jews? Then they deal with you? It's not correct, man. When brothers and brothers turn against each other during the war and kill one another here, it was a bad, a horrible sight. It's not good. We regret that incident. My parents before the TRC, I said that. I was remorseful. I apologize. Because we didn't have anywhere to put Liberian people to fight the dictator. But people made him to be followership and leadership. Bad followers make a bad leader. A bad leader also make a bad follower. When you are a leader who don't want to discipline people, who keep mute, who support every evil, it is not correct. Today I was disturbed. I wanted to keep on preaching, but the church, the congregants, they had run away. Yeah, run away. So I couldn't preach to an empty space.
Indeed, Prince Johnson, Senator Prince Johnson, former warlord and religious leader, they're speaking to journalists on this ongoing situation. Vice President Joe Havatita is about now speaking on the situation that will hopefully to provide you more information on what she's saying as to whether she supporting or she denouncing the situation that unfolded there at the facility of Senator Prince Johnson church. But we are getting some words here that tension erupted in Grand Bassa County, Buchanan, at the Asila Mental facility there. So Asila Mental facility there was disrupted, leaving all workers, including experts, escaping around 10 a.m. this morning. Police have arrested few people and they are currently ongoing investigation. So there was a protest that brought a momentary halt to the working of Asila Mental in Liberia. That's precisely in Buchanan. So we are gathering that information. Hopefully, we will give you more information on that, and because the records, according to them, are not satisfied with the MDA, the Mineral Development Agreement in 2008, thus disrupting normal activities there in Grand Bassa County. But as you see on the screen, police have made some arrests and are currently chasing down other people who disrupted the peace and the working condition there at Asila Mental. Hopefully, a few minutes we'll be going over to Johnson Forde, a young Liberian who's making strive, pushing forth his educational career. We'll be speaking to him briefly, but let's see if we can take a break from our sponsor. When we come back, we will delve into other national issues that unfold in Liberia and hopefully give you some information from Vice President Joe Havatita press conference that is expected to kick out very soon or is ongoing right now in Liberia. Let's take a break. When we come back, we join Johnson Foley and deal with other issues in Liberia. And hopefully my colleague Cyrus will be in. I'm not sure yet.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Chiropractic if you're having any back or neck pain. Especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. So we've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years. And one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community. And we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try. If you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
Come to KMTV Spotlight, a program that motivates, inspires, transforms, and promotes excellence amongst young people globally.
KMTV Prince of Liberia Spotlight creates an excellent space for youth to share their stories and motivations. It comes your way every Fridays with an individual story explaining ways they manage to excel in the struggling world.
Join your host, Noah David,
and co-host Chutomu S. Colley, this and every Fridays.
KMTV
KMTV
brings
Prince
of
of Liberia
Liberia
Spotlight.
spotlight.
You are
You are
welcome.
welcome, welcome, and welcome.
My name is Johnson S. Foley, and I hail from Lofa County. I'm a Liberian. I want to talk to you about some challenges life brings to us.
Indeed, this is KMTV, and we are here to bring you the information about Liberia and to also showcase and bring on board duty bearers, Liberians, giving them voice to express their hidden potential and also to express issues that they think is necessary for others to hear. So today we will be talking to Johnson Foley, a Liberian, a very young Liberian who's making strive, as you saw. He was featured in KMTV Spotlight, and his story is so amazing. One of my friends always say, everyone has a story. If you think your story is worse, listen to someone's story, and his story serve as a motivation. I want you to listen. Sometimes just listening to people, you will know what life is. So let's say welcome to Johnson. How you doing, Johnson Foley?
I'm fine, sir. I'm fine.
It's a pleasure to meet you virtually. And I listened to your story. It was so touching. I'm like, oh, I thought mine was critical, but when I listened to you, it was mind blowing. Tell me just who is Johnson S. Foley, this young Liberian?
Okay. Thank you so much for the platform given me. Johnson Foley is a Liberian. He's from Lofa County, Lamamba Tribe. He's somebody who's been striving to achieve better education, to change the narrative of his generational root. That means where I come from. And I'm from a family where, like I said, we were 11. We are 11. We were not. We are 11. My father had two wives and he had 11 children. So it was so unfortunate for us to have been given the opportunity to seek education, especially from the place we came from. I came from a very low background and I used to go, but then I was 11, 10. I knew the importance of education. So I have to go on the farm every time from school, go back on the farm, cut wool, bring it to town and sell it, go to school. My mother will help me with small finance, and then I will have to hustle on my own. Sometimes I have to join brushing code, and I knew the importance of education in the interior that was in Lofa County, in Sosa District, Feasible Town. So Feasible is an area where they have the Zaza Rural Teacher Training Institute.
Yeah,
There
Sarah.
were
Yeah.
Yes, there were the trained teachers, professional teachers for elementary divisions. So I was opportune for that place. I was living there and I was going to school at the same time farming because in Lofa County, if you want to make your parents to know that you love them, you have to involve yourself in some of those things like farming and other things that will bring proud to them. Because everyone in that place, one way or other, believes that if you must do something for your parents to be proud, you have to make reference.
And you are a male child already.
If you are a male child, sure. If you don't do that, they will say you're lazy and nothing comes from all of you. So I didn't see it as a threat. I saw it as a challenge that I can break through with only God gave me the courage. So I used to go on Zara TDR campus, but then I started attending Zara TDR demonstration. And we used to go draw water, fetch water in the cafeteria. At the end of the day, they gave us a little of nothing like meal to eat and go home. We did not have something that would carry tangible to our parents.
So it's work for better. Call that one like
Yes,
bro, work for better.
the work for better. Yeah, that's the terminology they used to use. So sometimes I feel bad when I retrospect on those things. So I have to do this, and I was doing this until because I wanted someone. I just needed a sponsor to help me because I already had a dream of becoming somebody that I can be with my own dream. So as God will have it, there was a man named Blama Zerfore, but then Zerati had just employed him. He was a trainer. 2011, he came on Zerati campus while I was still carrying on my normal engagements, fetching water in the cafeteria. At the end of the day, we stay in the gate for a full eat. And that's how he saw me. He said, "What are you doing here?" It was late day in the evening, around 7 to 8. He said, "What are you doing here?" I told him everything that happened and everything I've been involved with and what I want to do. So he was like, wow, you sound so determined among your friends that are here holding water for food. I said, yes, I want to do something. And then he said, if I want to send you to school, will you be serious to go to school? Will you make the grades point that I want to see? And I said, yes. But then I was somehow tied up with my tongue. I couldn't speak the clear English.
All the
Yeah,
loma on your tongue.
so much. Yeah. So he said, okay, I can help you too. So in that process, every time he saw me, he used to like me, and then I started making him to be my friend. Sometimes in the evening hours, I go to his house, filled his few gallons of containers with water, and carry. So he became so accustomed with me now. And his little son also used to cry for me now every time I want to go home. So there was this day he decided to meet my parents. He said, Johnson, can I see your parents? I said, yes, it will be a very good one for me if you see my parents because we that are here working from feasible town where Zaratidia is situated. It's just something different for you to say you want to see my mother while and we have other people here doing the same work couple of years, decades, they have not gotten that opportunity. So I saw that one caution as a tool that I can ride on to succeed wherever I want to succeed.
Okay.
And then in that life, he helped me. He carried me to my mother, and I was so happy. He introduced himself. He said he wanted to help me in school. So there was this day after the year end, after the year ended, I was like, the grade point that he wanted, I did not really have the grade point because I was not focused by then on my lesson only. I needed to do too many things to see what I can do to earn, a survival need. So every time I go on Zayotiti campus, so when he came out, one time he came on my campus, he said, I want to see Johnson. By then I was Small Johnson. That was my name. That's my name from family side, Small Johnson. So, but then now I was 12 years. He said I want to see Small Johnson. So we went in the office and discussed with the principal about my business, and then he went to my parents and adopted me. That's how I changed my name from Small Johnson to Johnson Foley. He adopted me and I started staying with him. And I used to stay all night because I started experiencing something I've never experienced before. That was electricity. I sleep on a current. I have my own mattress. Little boy who used to sleep on the floor, use a little mat, sweep in the evening where you be sleeping rats all playing around you.
From mat
Yeah.
to mattress.
Yeah.
So
So I have
he adopted you and sent you to school, right? So he adopted you and sent you to school.
yeah.
Okay.
Follow me?
I said he adopted you. The teacher at
Yeah.
TT adopted you. That's why you changed your name to Foley.
Yes, and it was decision made by my mother. My mother said, "It's all yours. Whatever you can do to make it the best for me, you can do so." So that's how I was adopted, and he changed my name from Small Johnson to Johnson Foley because I used to do things now that he was very proud of me. So by this time, I've always thought of doing something to surprise him. It was one time, the first time he carried me at his house. Before he came back from work, I was already done with brushing around the yard. And the next time on the weekend, we had a pineapple garden far away from the place. And I went there, I brought some pineapple sounds, and I planted all in the yard. Today it's still there. And then he was very motivated.
So
He was always
let's go towards how you push yourself from high school to college. Let's hear that story.
Okay. So when that was it into 2016, like I said, he got a scholarship to go to China, so he couldn't help me any longer. So I have to stay on my own now. That's why I moved to Bon County. But then I've not known anyone in Bon County.
How old were
I
you?
had a friend in Bon County, yeah. So
How
I
old?
called him and said, I want to come over to Bon County to attend high school because where I am, only junior high we have here. So that's why he encouraged me to come. When I came to Bon County, unfortunately for me, he was transferred to Nima County where he had to go work. He was working with an entity called Bridge. So he was transferred to Nima County. And I said, I don't know anyone here. I came to you, you are going. He said, you only have two options. Either you go back to Lofa or you stay here in Bon County or follow me in Nima. So I told him, well, I want to stay here since they have government school around here. I did not go for the fancy one when I was in high school because I already knew where I came from. If I put my hand somewhere where I know I can support, I can get a support, it was going to be a problem for me. So in high school, I was there trying my best and I attended the local Mbove High School. It's a government school in Banga City. So I was there at the same time attending Banga YMCA Journalism School, where I have to work an hour, hour and 30 minutes every Saturdays and Sundays to go for that training. And by the grace of God, as God would have it, May 2018, I obtained a certificate of achievement in journalism. And I was also able to have completed my senior high school, that is the secondary education, high school, and with other people helping me. My problem was just to appear in the crowd. That was all that I needed, just to appear in the crowd and the opportunity be given me. And I knew that I could push forward to get what I want to get. And when I entered Bove High School, I was on principal list, principal award till I graduated from high school. So after my graduation, the next day, Bon County Technical College was administering entrance. So I decided to go there. That was on the 31st of August 2019. I decided to go there, and when I went, I was successful in the entrance. I received admission to attend the college October 17, 2019. And I started doing what I could. At the end of every semester, I would try by all means to connect people, show them my grade sheets, explain some situations that I already had a zeal of going to school. And I did not always inform my friends about where I came from, because I knew it was going to be something that could play on me, maybe psychosocially, play on me mentally. Yeah, so I just let everything be. And I explained to people after every semester. So there was this white lady by the name of Hope Nova. She was in Florida. She's in Florida though. She's in Florida. So she started saying she saw my conversation once, and she asked me, she said, "Do you want to go to school?" I said yes. So she provided me the opportunity for 3 semesters. She used to pay my house rent, she used to send my school fees and other things. But unfortunately for me again, in my first sophomore year, that was my first sophomore year, she left. She left because she had some issue with her relationship and other things. From that day, I couldn't see her. She stopped using Facebook. So I started struggling again. And I came across also one of my lecturers and professor, also he's an administrator, Professor Frankie N. Cassell. He helped me. He said, "I'll be helping you to give you some money after every semester. If only you can give me 3 point plus. If only you can give me the GPA of 3 point plus." I said, "I can do that if only I'm given the opportunity to go to school." And that's how I started again from my sophomore year till I reached my junior year. Unfortunately for me again, he got sick. He was taken somewhere for treatment. So that semester, I had no hope of going to school. I was already a junior student, my last semester of my junior year. So I tried pushing forth till I connect one of my best friend who used to be very good to me at ZRTTR, but then he came for the CMC certificate program. His name is James T. Flomo. He's currently in India. He's the president for the India students, the Liberian students in India. He's the president. So I told him about the situation. He said, "I can connect you with one of my friends in Liberia, and she will also help you to connect you with somebody that will help you with your fees for the semester." And I said, "Okay, it will be good." So he connected me to one Beatrice K. Singbe. Beatrice was a very good person to me, and she also connected me to the Bon County, I think Bon County's Association Citizens in the US. That was Samuel Joe Qualley. Samuel also helped me for 2 semesters. That was my first junior year and my last junior year. He helped me through. Then when I begin senior student again, I have, but then the vice president for administration already returned from his sick bed, and he continued with his tuition aid, and I started struggling up to now. And last month, April 28th, I obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education with emphasis in chemistry and biology. And I was opportune to have completed my program in 3.5 years because of the energy that I put into myself. But also, unfortunately, I already have.
Hold on right there. Let's start from that sentence. You have completed what?
I said, by the grace of God, last month, April 28th, 2023, I obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education with emphasis in chemistry and biology.
Wow, chemistry and biology, the course everyone or can run away from. Wow.
So it was again unfortunate for me that I was nearly denied for graduation because up to now I don't have the fees to pay for graduation. But then again, no one could come around to help me. So I have to plead with administration. I said, please, with all of the efforts I've applied, please don't make me look like a failure. If you can seize all of my credentials and allow me graduate, after graduation, you hold my documents and find your money, I bring it back. And administration saw that to be a sound logic of not killing my dream. So they helped me and they allowed me graduate with not paying graduation fees, with the commitment I will be able to pay the money immediately after graduation before getting my credentials. So there where we stand now as I speak to you. I've not paid graduation fee up to now. And I still want to get higher education. I want to hold a doctorate degree in my early 30s if God help me.
So currently, how old are you? What's your age?
I am 23 years.
So Johnson 40 has a BSc in secondary education and with a minor in chemistry and what?
Biology.
Biology. This is a young Liberian who needs our help. And if you want to help him, what can you do to help him improve or expand on his dream? It is very difficult for our young people. I when you said your story, I thought about just another person who too is from Norfolk County, and he was very young. He was in the media. He's now a doctor, Dr. Charles Body. And once you were saying a story to him, it brought back memories of his story. How he was selling in Raleigh market. He used to hustle. Determination. This is people like you. Our country need to support. So how can you, our audience, if you want to help Johnson Foley, how can they reach you, Johnson, to help you? Because you're still indebted to Cottington. Uh, I mean, what school? What's the name of the school?
Pardon me?
What's the name of the university you're still indebted to, and how much dollars is that, and how can people help you?
Bon County Technical College. Bon
Okay,
County Technical
I
College.
think
Yeah.
they put on the first graduates, right? You guys are the
Yeah,
first,
this is the third batch
the third batch of graduates.
where they were able to have graduated 210 persons from civil engineering department, mining engineering, general agriculture, health science, that is nursing, education, and information technology.
So, how can someone help you? How can someone reach to you listening to our program if they want to extend helping hands to you?
If someone want to help me, I can give them my SendWave number and I can assure them that everything they paid for or gave to me, I can pay and then send them receipt if they want me to do so.
Yeah,
And that
go
is how I went going to school because everyone I help me with tuition aid, I have to pay the money, send you back the receipt so that you can trust me for another level.
go ahead and call the number.
My number is two plus 231
Just a minute.
886 67 679469. 679469 is the same Johnson S40. Same wave, remittance, it's all. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a young Liberian who has a BSc and wants to continue his education. If you want to get in touch with him, contact KMTV and also contact him directly. How you can help him. We need people like this to help build up Liberia. How can we invest into our younger generation? Your story brought back memories of many Liberians, smart Liberians who want to acquire education. And one thing I know is that people who are from rural Liberia, they are always, despite of their situation, they are always pushing for higher education. And you have smart, talented kids. I was listening to some question competition, and I saw most of the kids in rural Liberia, Maryland, southeastern part, they were making scrap. They were whipping the other schools. I'm not condemning them, but I know most of you guys are hungry. Like a Bogare, you have to be hungry for success. But again, everyone have to stand on the shoulders of somebody before they excel. So indeed, thanks Johnson for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say as we leave you on this interview?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for affording me the opportunity to have appear on this platform. It's a very great one. We've been seeing people succeeding from right on this platform. It's a very good initiative by the family of KMTV. And in our setting, before you appear on such program, you have to go the other route. But then, as God will have it, I think you people really meant for development and dream come true initiative. So I want to say thank you to KMTV family and whosoever watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Johnson S40. We will always be telling your stories on KMTV. Thanks always for coming to us. We are always open for business. Let's play your highlight that of this Johnson story. He was featured. When we come back, we'll look at Vice President Joa Hawatita. She just made a statement. What is it? Let's see. Let's play this from Johnson.
12. And that time I'm telling you about, I have to make rest fine for my mom before she's satisfied. And so fortunately for me, he took me in, he started sending me to school, and I started giving him the result that he needed. So that's how he helped me until I got through with my primary education and my semi-secondary, which we consider as junior high in our setting. And when that happened for me, 2016, I was in Ivory already, and he had been sponsoring me. So he had a scholarship to travel to China from Ministry of Education, from UNESCO. He had UNESCO scholarship. He traveled to China to do his master's program in education, and he left us here. And I have to leave. So that was the time he said, "I'm going. You have to find means to survive." And I said I could do that. So I knew one of my friends who live in Bon County, that but then I've now been to Bon County before, where I currently reside. And I talked to him about my situation. He told me to come over. I came in Bon County without knowing anyone in Bon County. And commitment, I just live a commitment in Bon County till the end of my days in high school. And unfortunately for me, the friend I came to, he was transferred by he was doing certain work, NGO work. The called Bridge is an entity that believes in childhood education. We train children the best, they teach children the best of lessons. And then Moses have to leave for Nimba, and I'm still in Bon County. But in my first year in Bon County, I just spent few months with him, and he have to leave. So I was in Bon County while attending the local Beauvais High School, which is the model school of Bon County. It's a government school. So I pushed forth my dream to people. I explained to them, and that's how I came to be a senior high student. I pushed every day, and then while I was in that process, I have to go to other schools. I needed too many skills to help me moving, because I'm living in a place where I don't know anybody. I can't call back to my parents because I know they won't help me. Not that they are not willing, but they didn't have the money to give me. So I started attending the YMCA journalism school. And fortunately for me, I was successful to have completed that school. I used to walk from Lofa Road to Ganta Highway every Saturday and Sundays to attend that school. And there where I began a certificated journalist. And then after my high school, when I was graduating, I graduated from the local Beauvais High School in 2019. Right after my high school, the next day I decided to embark at the Technical College, Bon County Technical College, embark on an educational journey to seek higher education. And fortunately, I was accepted. I did the entrance. I graduated on August 30, and August 31, there was entrance and minister. I took advantage of the entrance. I did the entrance, and I was successful. I got admission in October 17, 2019 to attend the college. Unfortunately, again, I was there while I went through lots of challenges. I had no sponsor, but then I started this until people started helping me. I used to score grades. I show my grade sheet to humanitarian after the semester ends, and they helped me through. And so that's how I became a college student. And as God could have it, I was on that tuition aid from too many people. Every time I have to print my grade sheet and look for people, ask them, explain my situations to them. And that's how they helped me through. I became a full student and I was going regularly, I used to carry the least grade I ever carried in college. It was 16, and that was my last semester because I needed to. It was just the was I had it. And by the grace of God, today I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education with emphasis in biology and chemistry. And I was saying I had too many challenges. I want to call my education what I've been on sponsor me. Even graduation from school, I still hold my
Indeed, this is KMTV, and you're listening to Johnson for the story there, feature of by KMTV Spotlights. And we want to say people like Johnson need help. We will also make some contribution towards Johnson graduation and fees there. So if you want to help him, you can also extend helping hand to Johnson because this is the kind of person Liberia need. We have to build the capacity of our young people. How can we support their dreams? A young boy from Lofa County splitting woods on the farm of serving people, doing work or work for better, and pushing himself. Somebody seeing the hungriness in him for education, help him to go to secondary school, also into university. He was soliciting support from all around. So people like Johnston Foley needs the support, and we will also make our initial contribution towards Johnson Foley indebtedness to the Bond County Technical College. Also, too, if you want to help him, this is his contact. You can contact him there from the numbers posted on. Indeed, this is KMTV, and we here to bring you information, education, and entertainment. Let's see this story here. Vice President Joe Howard Taylor has condemned the attack on Senator Prince Johnson Church by members of her party and by extension, the Coalition for Democratic Change. Vice President Joe Howard Taylor spoke few minutes ago in Liberia.
Excellency Chief Joel will be speaking just Vice President.
Vice President, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Did you lead people believed to be talks to the Church of Senator Prince Johnson on Sunday?
I condemn in the strongest term any issue of violence in the 2023 elections. We've all signed to a code of conduct. I stand by the president, I stand by the international community, I stand by our country, that peace is what we want. I believe this elections is about ideas. How do we build a better Liberia? What do we do to lift the lives of our people? The violence can never be a part of the psychic of our 2023 elections. Thank you.
Madam Vice President, the people there said they were from the NPP. Do you know some of them? Do you know any of those?
You see, the Vice President Joe Howard Taylor has strongly condemned the attack on Senator Prince Johnson Church that occurred on Sunday. She said she has signed, and this government signed to the peace accord, ensuring that a violent, peaceful election is held. So she said the action there by some partisans were not civilized, and this government did not alter or sanction the activities there by some partisans of the MPP, but we will still dig deep into that story there. And hopefully, next edition on the Diaspora Talk, we'll be talking to a young Liberian, Joshua Brown, who received a communication from the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, who hopefully to talk to him there, his interaction with Joe Biden 20 years ago. So hopefully, we'll talk to Joshua Brown there, who had a cross path with us, former our current president of the United States, Joe Biden. At that time, he was senator there. So we will talk to him hopefully. This is a Diaspora Talk. As we mentioned a few times ago on this show, KMTV, we have our branded t-shirts, Liberian, July 26th is coming, our Independence Day. You can put in your order here, the number on the screen, and we have a custom made jersey as well. So you see, we have a custom made jersey as well. You can put in your order, and they are all original KMTV sports. We have another branded t-shirt here. It's in my DNA. How can we showcase to the rest of the world that hey, we are from Liberia? So this is KMTV, one of our brand. The t-shirts are on sale. They are going like hot cake. Please do not wait for a week in July 26th. Then you start to put in your order. We will not accept it. So please put in your order and give us time to prepare them because we produce quality t-shirt. We don't want the one you just woo. Then you look when you wear it one time, and even on while you're sweating, then the ink all running down on your clothes. So we need to provide you quality t-shirts. These July 26 t-shirts are branded by KMTV. It's so simple. Call our numbers. The numbers are right there. You're seeing there 612-8065-896 or 61 the other number is 816-433-979. Please call this number and put in for your custom made KMTV jersey or Judah 26 t-shirt. Showcase your Liberia to the rest of the world. You are proud to be a Liberians who have also have hoodie there as well. So these are all of our brand here. And indeed, the Diaspora Talk is before that. You see, Mama T's, the Diaspora Talk is proud to be associated with the Mama T African Kitchen there in Brooklyn Park. For all of your delicious meal, contact the Mama T African Kitchen, and she'll be glad to serve you. The numbers are there: 763-566-109. So KMTV, the Diaspora Talk is proud to be associated with the Mama T's African Kitchen. Look, the food are so delicious. Take advantage of that. Visit them and get all of your best meal. Also, too, we also have for your graduation, your parties, your weddings. We also have our 360 booth. You see there, we have everything. That's what make us the multimedia company. We do photo shoot, we do coverage for everything you need there in your business activities there. We say always follow KMTV because we are always number one. And this is Diaspora Talk. We look at issues, stories we've been covering, we've been talking about points we've been talking about is the disruption of Senator Prince Johnson Church by members of partisans of the National Patriotic Party NPP there on Sunday. And as you listen to Senator Johnson, he's warning the government and Vice President Joe Taylor, Jefferson Kochi, Monrovia City Mayor, and other people not to engage or to taint or to inflame the ongoing crisis there because we are in political time and Liberians need peace. So you listen to Vice President Joe Taylor. She spoke briefly to the press. She condemned in the strongest possible term the action of some people believed to be partisan of the NPP who stormed the edifice of Senator Prince Johnson there in Painesville there, calling on the senator to not causing the senator not to conduct his regular worship service. This is KMTV Diaspora Talk. That's all we have time for. And as we said in Grand Bassa County, there are reports that the police have arrested several people who stormed the facility there of the accident, causing a complete halt to the ongoing operations there this morning. And police are currently persecuting these people there who disrupted the area. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we join you next Wednesday where my colleague Cyrus Mangi, Chu and Prausia will be here and we look at issues unfolding in Liberia. Let's leave you with this strong statement from a lady claiming to be Queen Sheba and so asking politicians to not look at them the other way around. But hey, they are frustrated that the current government is supported. I've turned the back on them. Let's play a listen to this.
People, Opo, Eddie Josie said you, Rawa said you, all of them, they come for get a land, no hate, no hate, they bend you up behind. But I know the place will end now. We're already the same person by the Holy Spirit. So I know this our black, yes, it will never leave back. How would they go get this black for this man hat? Yes. So, I couldn't stay here today. So let God bless Mr. Freeman. Yes. Let God be with our father.
For what?
Then because for him to help us in the community. Yes. So come past here. Yeah. We the one Jamaican coaching this on letter in my shop. And today the win, they forget about us. Yes. Today Jamaican coaching ran away from us. Upon kind say name. Back behind the era. He wouldn't forget about us when we ran the same 4-on-4-1. This time around, we didn't get God against us. Yes. So, we will look for what we want this time around. Yes. We got to look for what we want this time around. Because my parents won't go to school. No money, no job. You get something to tear around, can say plot nothing. Everybody looking and see who they go against us. Yes. We run behind there, they run behind us when they throw the first. When I've been on the ground today, in the community, I again and my family, my parents here, family, and my leadership make them win. Yes. Yes, Munapeno. That yes, you know move from. That yes, Javasi, you know move from. Not see they win. All they run away from us. Okay, Lord, enjoy you leader. So, I just come by the round. Let's come the round. Okay, Lord, enjoy you leader. This time around, your man or your man, your pa or your pa. Anybody try to harm you, harm them. Nobody will care one another, but we just do things to be strict. I was set for them there, I was set to take them from there. And I, Daraba Bishiba, speaking for PHP community, 100 Sosa, in the sea, Bishiba. I made them to win. Me and my I used to go on and go to president, the Kate need to put me there. When I read a Gallup, I see this one and they get the army go behind me. Me and my people. But that can they don't know. And they want to pay me now. Even see that I can feel bad, cry my heart. I just coach you. Why you so late in my era? He used to come here just say nothing had a shoe. My family, my team they running with us. He forgot about us. He can't hold job when he get us also to Soko. So this time around, anything what God said I won't want. And there's a free key to our rescue. After suffer behind there, on God can say road, upon Bay Road. That road where if we're going after the road, but we thank God for the road. But the people that they say he good, but me I know he not bad. But the people that behind him, we don't want them. We are not working by many. Yo, man, the press taking question for us.
So we are here at the church of Senator Prince Johnson.
Thank you. My name is Jimmy.
My name is Peter Sekachibo Bleedy Jr., the National Vice Chair of Press and Propaganda, MPP Youth Council. I'm here with former other Lord Jimmy Tobe. Jimmy Tobe is the Secretary General of the MPP Youth Council. We here because Senator Prince Johnson gave an open invite to be here. He invited the Vice President here today. If you go on his Facebook page, he invited the MPP here. We are here to watch over him politically. Only to the fact that he said that you're going to use this day to vilify our political leader. And because of that, we've come, we are MPP people, we don't fight war, bloody war, we fight intellectual war. And today, it's a historic day that we are here with gallant men and women for the Domitable National Patriotic Party and the Coalition Alliance. So, we are here to discuss issues related to our appointed us here. And what appointed us here today is because we've come to watch our Prince Johnson. And we've come to watch our Prince Johnson and also let you know that the MPP is a radical political party. And why not he used a Facebook page to verify and castigate our political leader. We are here to call for war code. And because we know that he's a murderer, he's a coward. And all that, I'm here with Jimmy Tobe, who will continue for a while stop. But basically we are here to let the Liberian people know that Prince Johnson is a killer, is a warlord as well. Thank you.
Thank you. the price. Let me say thank you for you people being here today. My name is Jimmy Naratobe. I'm the National Youth Secretary General for the MPP. We are here today to send a kafir, a warning to the false prophet, the murderer, who referred to himself as a prophet, to tell him that the MPP is not a party to joke with. You can recall that recently on his Facebook page, he said that he was going to denigrate our stand-up brother, the National Patriotic Party, the Vice President Joan Howard Taylor. So we are saying that why he always uses that baiting, calling a church, to always denigrate state leaders, the president, and other honorable president in our republic. We are saying to him that the APP is the last bus stop for him, and we will not leave from here. We will continue to visit Prince Yedugbe Church until he gets deserved from the attitude of insulting our leaders, insulting state leaders, insulting the president, using appropriate to denigrate the country as a whole.
So what we should do today as the message is being preached?
What about preaching? This is what the message. This is a warning to him. So Kafi, we will tell him that for the next 1 year, we will always be a hypocrite. We will always be here to tell him.
I mean, warlord. When she as a vice president cannot even go to America, she has been denied visa many times. You can't go to America. You told him somebody indicted, convicted, 60 years sentence. You proud taking your name. But I was supporting you. They are our Holy Ghost. Or because I withdrew Nancy and buy me. So I beg you, Madam Joa, you're my late sister. I call you my daughter. I'm 70. When you're not my match by age. Start the thing you're doing here. We got people too who can react. But we say reaction to nobody. Don't react. But next Sunday, now that I know the attack, every time I go, you will see the play will be back. Come, do what you want to do. They will drive you there and trunk you away. They will happen. As long as I will not go into anybody's house. You come to my church, in my premises that I pay for to disturb, will tell you no trespass, kick you out. But if we are done it today, it will result to conflict. So we beg you, we surrender to peace. Madam Joao Taylor, I surrender to you. That you violent, I don't want violence. Mr. President, all the trouble in the country, you keep mute. You don't talk nothing. Please speak. God bless all of you. I will write the U.S. Embassy, and when I start writing the embassies, it means we prepare for you to tell you no. Not for war, but to resist attack on us. Because we cannot say that you can't kill us. To resist attack. You think I can call 1,000 people get and kill Jews? Then they deal with you? It's not correct, man. When brothers and brothers turn against each other during the war and kill one another here, it was a bad, a horrible sight. It's not good. We regret that incident. My parents before the TRC, I said that. I was remorseful. I apologize. Because we didn't have anywhere to put Liberian people to fight the dictator. But people made him to be followership and leadership. Bad followers make a bad leader. A bad leader also make a bad follower. When you are a leader who don't want to discipline people, who keep mute, who support every evil, that is not correct. Today I was disturbed. I wanted to keep on preaching, but the church, the congregants, they had run away. They had run away, so I couldn't preach.
For you again? Amen. Amen, Papa, man. Sometimes you can make people sick, man. Eugene Falcon are disenchanted will open. By the time they settle the differences, Eugene Falcon will start campaigning against you again. Huh? Water spoon and campaigning for you? Amen. Water spoon are my own brother-in-law. Don't use them, man. Those people are not for you. When they celebrate for you, when you think for the celebrate, what can get me involved with the politician is when somebody is disenchanted what you want thing to do. Suppose I settle my problem with the pricing. Then they become your enemy. What will be your position? It has been happening. Baka know that. Baka know that very well. You using Eugene Falcon? That Eugene Falcon and that the point you want way. Papa, you will feel me, oh. That Eugene Falcon in one way. The simple as small government. The people sat down here. My baby passport was seized. Eugene Falcon and was justified want my baby passport. That the point Joseph Baka one way. You know the part of it. That the point Joseph Baka one way. You are telling you no. The friendship and the uncleship will spoil. If that the people you want to, I own no regret for what I'm saying.
Excellency Chief Joel will be talking just Vice President.
My Vice President, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Did you lead people believed to be talks to the Church of Senator Prince Johnson on Sunday?
I condemn in the strongest term any issue of violence in the 2023 elections. We've all signed to a code of conduct. I stand by the president, I stand by the international community, I stand by our country, that peace is what we want. I believe this elections is about ideas. How do we build a better Liberia? What do we do to lift the lives of our people? The violence can never be a part of the psychic of our 2023 elections. Thank you.
Madam Vice President, the people there said they were from the NPP. Do you know some of them?
Infotech Fast Track Computer Sales and Repair Center is proud to be associated with Diaspora Talk. Infotech Fast Track, a Liberian-owned business, is the leading computer sales and repair center in Minnesota and is specialized in laptop and PC repairs of any brand and any problem. We are situated at 7920 Brooklyn Boulevard, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. For more information, call cell number 763-432-3284. Or for better still, email us at infotech@fasttrack.com. Infotech Fast Track Computer Sales and Repair Center, your computer solution hub.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Chiropractic if you're having any back or neck pain. Especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. So we've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years. And one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community, and we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try. If you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.